Super Robotising MX Portable! It's your boy Zappa, Daimyo no Super Robot, and welcome back to the mix-up, Super Robot Wars MX Portable. Previously, our second stage in the route split, we don't count the prologue because it's the same damn thing anyway, and we had to cover the error of, a written Let's Plays ways when there's a route split is there's so much information on one side, and it just says, look at the other side, rather than writing more. I don't like that. It's not good. But at the same time, I did forget one pilot in all of that. Mishuru and the Getter Key. Now, this was an issue in, I think, the regular version, and it is at least now a little bit more well-defined here. Mishuru counts as a pilot for Getter Robo, but the Getter Q counts for a machine for Getter Robo G. So it's kind of backwards if you want upgrades to the if you want upgrades to the pilot or the machine. It's a weird mix-up. It's been a source of controversy and complaint. And like, oh, that's a bug. No, it's a bad design choice. That said, Mishuru has SP recovery, parry level 1, support defense level 1, accel, lock on, and trust. But because the Getter Q is kind of bad, I'm not going to put her in anything. So that SP recovery goes to unuse. As for who's coming along for the team for now, we're going to be using the 3 Dragnars, the Zeta and Double Zeta, the Mega Rider. The Argama has to go. We'll be using the Puru Twins, Getter, the TFO, Grandizer, and the MC. Upgrades have been dispersed, mostly in attack power. I put the point in defense in Dragnar 1's evasion and Grandizer's defense. And we head to Tokyo Jupiter something. Terra HQ, Tokyo. What is this symbol over here? Tokyo Jupiter Bay? Kinds, C. Tokyo Jupiter near C. Alright, cool. I wasn't too far off. Alright. Ashin! However, we actually don't start on Earth. We start over here in Skull Moon Base. Kandal has heard of Balando's retreat against the Earthlings and is very disappointed with the capture of the Royal Guard. The guy insists he was merely observing and will truly finish the job next time. Kandal doesn't buy this shit. Bracky asks Kandal what they should do about the Giganos. They're based on the other side of the moon. He wants them left alone for now, though. Thanks to the cloaking shield, they haven't noticed Skull Moon Base's presence yet. And even if they have, it'd be foolish of them to fight a war of two fronts. The plan for now is to use them as a shield for the Vegans' own plans, letting humans deplete one another. 2 birds, 1 stone. And in the meantime, the Vegans will concentrate on building their secret forward base in Japan in preparation for their global conquest. Bracky remembers hearing that there's this odd Jupiter-like barrier in said Japan, and it's a bit queasy, which is precisely why Gandalf says that Japan is perfect for them. The Earthlings are all focused on that barrier and will not notice them constructing their own base. Meanwhile, he wants Bracky to get to work planning for their next attack. Terra Headquarters. This is Kunugi, Terra's commander of military operations. He welcomes Bright to the aircraft carrier Lydia Litvak. Soichi, our little baby face here, is second in command of Terra, also on the scene and ready to detail Operation Overlord. 15 years ago, aliens known as the Mu suddenly showed up above Tokyo in a massive fortress. They didn't actually do much, nor did they respond to attempts by Earthlings to hail them. The Federation Army finally lost patience and attacked, touching off the First Mu War. Mu responded with super weapons called Doremu. And in the span of a single day, tens of thousands of people across the world were obliterated. Bright remembers this shit well, as though it was right before he had joined the army. Federation was prepared for all-out war, but Mu formed Tokyo Jupiter and shut themselves inside of it. This impassable dome, whose exterior resembles the surface of Jupiter, thus it is the Jupiter within Tokyo, Tokyo Jupiter, extends for several tens of kilometers around Haneda Airport. Mu haven't done anything outside of it since it first emerged, though there are some who suggest a connection between their arrival and the second impact happening shortly thereafter. This is all speculation, mind you. Regardless, there were about 23 million Tokyo denizens inside the dome's area, and their status is currently unknown. At least, until recently. Terra's research has advanced enough that they've developed a way to breach their previously unbreachable barrier. It is the Trans-Dimension Drive Unit, TDDU. With it, they're able to send units to scout at the inside of Tokyo Jupiter, and thus decided to go forward with Operation Overlord. Terra's fighter jets will do the actual work inside, and Kanugi wants Bright to guard the space outside of the barrier, which really means reacting to any domes that should emerge from within. Bright agrees to operation details later and departs. As he leaves, Soichi lets out a sigh of relief. Kunugi asks if he was nervous. Of course, how could I not be? When I was going to speak directly with D. Bright Noah, captain of the White Base? Were I not on duty, I would have asked for an autograph. Kunugi is also impressed, noting that Bright's instincts seem very sharp. He wouldn't be captaining a Gundam-loaded ship if not, of course. And adding these Japanese super robots on his team will make for an even mightier force, Soichi thinks. Still, said team is meant to be no more than a distraction what they truly after, and Kunugi figures that Bright is well aware of that. They're all distractions, as a matter of fact, which is why this next part needs to be successful. Soichi's confident that Captain Haruko Shito will pull through. Oof. Oof. Memories. Aqua and Benkei are pretty impressed with this mighty career, and even bigger with the mighty carrier, which is even bigger than the Aquapolis. Well, it can't fly like the Arkema though. Inwardly, Duke's still a bit uncertain about whether or not this firepower would still be enough to face the Vegans if they were to attack in earnest. Attention shifts to the Dragonar team. We're having a shoutout match with Ben. It seems they've just gotten the memo that they'll be participating in Operation Overlord, and Kane's not happy. It's not what he signed up for, damn it! Still, these are orders, and as soldiers, Ben says they have to comply. Well, what about canceling their resignation on the Dragonars then? Well, then they'll have to wait till they get to Chongqing later. As Kane balks at this, Koji and Duke ask what's all this about canceling their registration. And Light gives them the lowdown. When they first flew the Dragonars, they got registered as the pilots, and the only way to undo that is with some special-ass system that is only at Chongqing Base. And until that's done, nobody can fly those things. And the combat data within is also locked out. Which, well, that makes sense to Koji. They have all these safeties in place. These are highly classified machines. The more insight he gained, which is more insight that he gained during his studies in the US. In either case, Kane and Company's mission was take these machines that were registered to them and bring them and their data over to Chongqing. That was what they had signed up for. So being asked to take part in this operation goes way beyond their initial contract. Duke understands how he feels, but that's the situation in the world now. Kane gets that he's being selfish as hell to want to bail on this with the whole Giganos, Vegans, and Mu prowling about, and he's not happy. Ben points out that the kids younger than him are working their ass off on the Nahel Argama, and Light agrees that they can't really put on a bad show for them. It's their job as the older dudes. Kane's actually surprised that he doesn't have a problem with this, while Light is getting fed with the Army's way of doing things. He knows complaining's not going to do anything about it. All they can do is stay alive until they reach Chongqing, While Kane is still grumbling and Light has had a knife, he figured he was made of sturdier stuff than this. Better watch your big mouth! Tap, what the hell are you doing? He's off in his own little musical world, I think. I guess someone's got to do this. Hup! Hey, what gives, man? Get my headphones back! Oh, now that's a surprise. Classical music? Yeah, you got a problem with that? Well, listen to it every now and again. It's a bit too late for you to start showing hints of intelligence, you know. Huh? Lala? Huh? So... Kawaii! Yo, easy there. What do you... Let me hear it. Huh? The headphones? Yes. Sure? The color of battle. The sound of wings as they start to spread. Oh, what the hell? She just left? What just happened? Who is that girl? No idea. She didn't look like a soldier, but... judging by her clothes, I reckon she's one of the Terra folks. Huh? Something strange about her. Almost like... Elsewhere. Within Tokyo Jupiter. It's a new day. Bright sunshine. We open up with Ayato. Then signs point to it'll be just another normal last day. Uh-oh. Regardless, he shouldn't keep Mamo and Hiroko waiting. I didn't know he was going to say words. As he walks down the road, he seemingly feels something, but sees nothing. Is he imagining shit? Hiroko and Mamoru call out to him, and that's why he's just standing there. Alright, so it says he's got this feeling that he's being watched ever since he left home. Hiroko praises him for being so popular that apparently he has a stalker then. Or maybe he's just being paranoid. Mamoru cuts in and tells them both to hurry their asses up. They've got mock tests today. What do you mean mock tests? It's just a test. Like teachers will call it, oh, this is a pre-test. What do you mean a pre-test? No, the pre-test is a test, ergo, it is a test. There is no pre-test. Because it is, therefore, the thing that is supposed to be preempting. It's just another test. It is the prerequisite for the second test. Or an assessment of what you know before you take a test that matters for your grade. I guess the pre-test is designation for a test that doesn't matter for your grade? Like, this is how bad you did. Hope you study more. Good luck, fucker. I had to notice that he is carrying a certain book around, this Mamoru guy. What's he studying? Well, English. Not that there's any English-speaking country that exists anymore. Hiroko chides in for studying that on the verge of a test won't do much, but Mamoru believes in working hard until the very last second. Ayato's a bit more relaxed, but as Hiroko knows, he can put in some effort when the mood strikes him, in particular his paintings. Conversation gets cut short when a plane flies overhead. We're going back and forth all morning, Mamoru says. Hiroko read in the magazine that there's feared another alien invasion, and the rumors as to what the identity of said attackers are varied as they come. Guests, Arrogators, Shadow Mirrors, Rumina, Einst. The PSP version lists Inspectors, Shuras, Dominus, Fury, Zunkunft, which are, I guess, other games that have come out between MX and MX Portable. Sick references, bro. However, the point is that due to alien invaders, the entire world outside of Tokyo went up in smoke. Allegedly. Could they be coming over for round 2? Ayato isn't so sure that the aliens are at it again, as nothing has happened since the Tokyo battle, and all that was a whole 3 years ago. Somehow, it feels longer than that to Hiroko. Fuck all that dialogue. One of the planes just crashed nearby. The explosion rocks the town. The kids wonder if another invasion is really beginning. Hayato says that they need to get away from here. That is... until Ayato can hear somebody singing nearby. Hiroko didn't hear shit, but he's damn sure that he heard that, and he runs for the source, telling her to go stay safe with Mamoru. Ayato looks around and finds a girl standing around just singing. He tries... Oh. Ra? Isn't that something like... riding? He tries to warn her that it's dangerous here, but soon after, he starts to recognize her.
Kimi wa Mishima Reika.
He recognized her. Mishima Reika. They both seem to know each other and very surprised of just running to each other like this. Still, whatever the reason this is, it happens. Figures the more, the merrier. But then again, what was she doing here? Well, before he gets an answer, Reika speaks about hearing a song. A dolem, and then leaves. Dolem. Elsewhere, two MIBs are conferring about how the first defense line has been breached. Maya is going to have that deployed. Time is of the essence, and so the agents move to locate their target, which should still be nearby. Meanwhile, this girl here confirms that half the invading crafts have already been eliminated. Cookie asks Maya, this older woman here, if they're already sending Allegretto out. And indeed, Maya says that it'll be fine. No awakening will happen without the Olim, and even if it did, it wouldn't be able to sing. What if that mechanical god from the outside world, Mu's guardian, were to appear? That won't be a problem here either, says Maya. The star of Lamu shines no more. Cookie seems apprehensive and meanwhile reports that said Odin has been spotted, and Maya orders to have him brought to the temple. Ayato had followed Reika towards something of an underground passage, but before he can get his bearings, the MIB has shown up to pick him up. His mother has called for him. They tell him that there's no time to explain, and when Ayato wants to know what's going on, they pull a gun on him. Before they drag him away, however, someone jumps out of the shadows and rocks their ass. From the flesh wounds on their faces, Ayato can see that their agent's blood is blue. Ayato turns to his savior and asks who it is. Oh, right. Just think of me as a do-gooder, yeah? Haruko claims Ayato's confused and she figures that he has to at least thank her for saving him. So he does. Haruko needs only look at his face to see that he's curious about why the blood on those men had such a color. I'll tell you if you come with me. I'll tell you if you come with me, and not just about the blue blood, about everything in this world. Ayato says that he's not such a little kid to go with strangers, and besides, he has to find his friend. Haruko sighs and says that's a shame, and tries to move to knock him out, figuring ignorance is bliss. before she manages to do so, Haruka appears out of thin air, much to their surprise. One of the agents attempts to take this opportunity to blindside Haruka, and as she reels back, Reika runs off again, and Ayato heads off in pursuit. Haruka calls out for Ayato to stop as he fucks off. Reika! Wait! Reika! What is this place? We're underground, but I can see the sky. Ayato. There. Huh? Huh? An egg? My body! Ayato, awaken. Awaken.
Ra. Zephon.
Ayato, where are you? Answer me! That's... Zephon, it moves. Lady Maya! Ayato, are you inside that thing? What's going on? What's happening? Lady Maya! Lady Maya, you're hurt. I'm fine. Mom, your blood... You've awakened, Ayato. So much time has passed. So many sacrifices. What are you talking about? Mom? I've waited for this. The moment where your blood would awaken. Come, Ayato. My... You're... What? From above? Oh. Stage 3. Shinjin Mezameru. The God Human Awakens. Or the Deity Awakens. Yeah, I'll accept Deity Awakens. Shinjin Mezameru. Someone over there! Answer me! This is Bungamawar speaking! Damn it, am I the only one left? All because of her! Because of that puppet song! What? Reinforcements? That's a D1 Golem! Is that what I saw just now? What? We've got quantum condensation reaction. FD phase is increasing. Zephon's FD phase convergence coefficient. It's awakened. Why? Why are you not listening to me, Ayato? The girl on Zephon's shoulder. Is it... Ixtli? That's a defense core's weapon. Is it coming to attack me? Defeats the Allegretto without losing any units. You're here for a minute. This is the Chenshin Type 2, piloted by LV Hadhiat. Alright. Prevail level 2, support attack level 1, counter level 1, assist attack level 1, Axel, focus, invincible, and she can resupply. LV's voice actress is Yu Sugimoto, who's been Catherine in Gintama. I guess the dub for Anna Cortez and Lost, and a bunch of others, which, you know, you would think you picked. Maybe she just hasn't had a bunch of big anime roles. I don't know. I think that's weird to not focus on mecha or popular anime. Commentary is it's totally a Falcon from Ace Combat. It's just missing a nose laser. Regardless, they like LV, and she falls into that also common group of characters that pull their weight but lack stopping power to be top tier. She dodges well, and she's accurate, and her range stats are decent. Finishing itself with pretty dang dodgies, as you'd expect from a plane, bolstered by its S-Class. Resupply module suggests Banpresto might see her as a support unit, but I reckon she can fill the mid as a pint-sized harasser almost as well as the TFO. He just exchanges a bit of dodginess for higher attack power. And currently immobile is Ayato Kamina. Mystery skill, Prevail level 2, Sword Cut, Shield Defense, starts with Strike and Focus. You have a shield capability and a harmonic field. When morale's over 120, reduce all incoming damage by 1500. Cost 5 energy. Hiro Shimano is the voice actor. Has done Takia Gun and Unicorn, Emil and Tales Symphonia 2, Hades and Saint Seiya. The Razafon is strong as fuck. Not really right now, since it only has one attack, but once things get going, it'll be one of the best supers that we have an option for. That's not even touching upon it being the first unit to unlock a shield and barrier invincibility cheat code. Once Ayato's morale reaches 120, it's game over for anyone not packing a barrier-piercing attack. Kid himself is a pretty competent pilot, though his defense is a bit on the low side, which is likely to make up for the machine's own defenses, but with some mobility overrates, the Razapon can be made to dodge rather reliably. Abscond. Haruka launches in her Alia. We're relieved to see that LV is still in one piece. More importantly, LV wants some fucking answers of what's going on with the weird unit that showed up. Haruka says they just have to wait and ask her to cover Ayato. Still don't lose a unit. Alright, here we go. The LEL, for now piloted by Haruka Shito. Don't get used to this. Support attack, support defense level 1. Excuse me, support attack level 1. No, you're wrong, sir. That's support attack level 2, support defense level 1, and mechanic, which is increases the amount of HP restored by 20%. Already has trust, focus, rouse, hell yes, and cheer, double hell yeah. That's a cheap ass fucking cheer, dog. The LEL has a repair and resupply unit. Voice actor is Aya Hisakawa, also known as Sailor Mercury. Mira and Goden are units from Tales of Vesperia. Haruka makes a good type of support unit. She can keep herself alive by dodging well. Comes with a small flying unit that actually isn't too bad on the attack side. LEL will need a few upgrades to be dodgy, but Haruka's command list already makes her one of the best peer supporters we're going to get. For now. Do focus, yeah. Drop a save since we're going to start attacking with the lesser units. Continue. We're going to see plenty of Ayato, not Hayato. Well, time has passed. Ugh, can't keep going like this. Huh? Reika, how are you on this thing's shoulder? I thought you ran away.
歌いなさい、ラーゼフォ。お前の歌を、禁じられた歌を。
Sing, Razafon. Sing your song. The forbidden song. Eh?
歌いなさい、ラーゼフォ。いつか、すべてが一つになるために。
Sing, so that one day all may be united.
三島
Mishima-san. Reika. Zoom. Fight it out. I don't know that mixed shield should look like that. But it appears consistent with the LP, so we're good. Rika! Rika! She's gone! The Zephon's quantum condensation field has reached immeasurable levels 12 plus! It's resonating with the aria. Ah! That's... The quantum field has gone dipolar, merging with the boundary and forming a corridor! What? What? There's a hole in the sky? Is it trying to break through the barrier? Allie, we need to get out right now! Roger! Everybody fucks off. The Zephon's transposed the barrier. It's gotten outside? With Olin? Oh, this is a disaster. You may go, Ayato. I know you will return to my side, along with Ixtli. Meanwhile, out here, back with the dudes. A button. Anyway, let's... Does my book denote... Oh my god, it's such a tiny map. Okay, yeah, it always rotates out from the thing, so let's grab 2 heal bots. And then we can start uncircling. Oh, I get to send everybody, huh? I didn't count correctly then, did I? Undo. Let's go like this. Oh, come on. Alright, outsider, people are staying at Tokyo Jupiter and there has been any activity or information from Tero's team. Ryoma hopes the troops they sent inside are doing alright, but we can only speculate. Koji is expecting this raid to turn into a huge burning battle, but by the looks of things, it's not going to happen. All the same, Duke tells him to keep his guard up. We have no idea what might be going on inside. Beach has gotten bored with this shit, but Wando tells him that it's us not having to fight is a good thing. Sure, he wanted to check out how strong the mood golems were, though. El warns him that these things that wrecked the entire city around the time they were born. Beach is not going to let them do that shit again. We're going to be fighting sooner or later. He wants to know more about the things. But before it comes to that, as Light praises Beach's manliness, Juno's staring right at Tokyo Jupiter. It really does look like the real thing. Rue figures that he would know, considering his old mission vision in place after the mess with Haman was finished. Well, at least before he was dragged into all this war bullshit. When Puru asked, Puru too says the trip to Jupiter would have taken about 3 years. The girl is outraged by the thought of spending all that time without her seeing Judo. And yet, she says, and she doesn't, she's going to go be with Judo. She will go to Jupiter with Judo. Puru 2 protests that she's being selfish, but Puru turns to her and asks if she wouldn't want to come along. Well, yeah, sure, but... Tab laughs it off at how the popular kid has gotten. While Judo flushes, Koji says the trip might not take that long. Once the Hisago plans Bows and Jump Network is up and running, travel time to Jupiter will be drastically reduced. Puru is still going. Agam is impressed that they all can be so relaxed during this operation. Yugo tells her that she could stand to learn from them. Yeah, I'm just a rookie co-pilot after all. Yugo's in the process of telling her to stop pouting when he and Torres detect something approaching at very high speed. And it's not coming from Tokyo Jupiter, so it's not the moon. That's the Medius. Is here good enough? Yes. And all her arguments around two birds with one stone even. Let me handle them. As you wish. Is your heart not in this? All I wanted to show Tokyo Jupiter, and what will emerge from it is AI-1. Whatever it is, I don't really care. They need the minis to surpass that monster. And for that reason is why we came to this place. What are they doing here? They're not running like before. Going in. Start collecting data. Understood. Captain Bright, permission to capture the Medius. Permission granted. I will always give him the Ocean Dub voice. All the units, hold position and keep an eye out for our surroundings. As San only Hugo can actually move and do anything on this turn, we only need to reduce his HP, and it will be fine. However, Good. You know what? I'm glad they do go over this. Hell yes. Good job, dude. It was just on this page and not the previous one. Gator Q. We talked about it before. Repair device, sword cut, support defense, SP regen, Axel focus. Trust has a repair module. But it didn't have is Mitra's VA, Ryoko Yoshida, also known as Miwa and Jig, Lisa and Vanguard X, Storm in the X-Men cartoon. It is a Japanese dub of the X-Men cartoon. Neato. The Gator Q is a rare sight. You can't remember any other game where Mishra gets the Gator Q instead of the Lady Command. Addendum, Electric Taste says that it was also in A. Maybe he just missed it. The switch gives her more stopping power, but in exchange she can't fly, and the Gator Q is not very resilient. What does help, however, is she has a combined attack with Yoga, which is now the powerful 1-4 range Gator Dragon's longest reaching attack. The natural SP regen and excellent support, though Mitra is a rather shitty pilot. All in all, she has enough stuff going on that we could probably find a spot for her in the early to mid game, but she will fall behind rather quickly. Nobody else can move. Hold on, I'm trying to see. No morale requirement. Sure, we get to check that out. We just have to put them next to each other. Fight it out. Out of range? Didn't mean to leave it on, but it is what it is. The hell's piloting that thing? Tell me! You're better off not knowing. I won't even say anything. You go, in that case? Yeah, I know. We'll bring it back, either in one piece or in hundreds. Should have kept a bit far back.
死の恐怖と生の真、そのどちらを受け入れるか選べ。
あの動きただものじゃないわ。
The Midi's moves are different than before. Still, the base of it is. Seems like you're done breaking in that mech. The real question is whether your body can actually withstand using it. Souls. You just regenerated Ruby the damage you took? Is that the last manium? How can it act this quickly? Shouldn't. Wait, what's that? Yeah, that thing wasn't even working the last time we fought it. What just happened there? That was the power of the last millennium. Rather, of AI1. What? Can influence the last mini's regeneration rate? Is that what she's getting at? None of this was detailed in Minnie's spec notes. Oh yes, AI1, do you want to see? Please do. This will all be very educational to you. You stop moving. What are you doing? AI1 wants to see the one emerging from the other side of the barrier. And it took over the controls of Medius for that? Yes, so if you can please indulge the child for a moment. Don't be ridiculous. Simple word for those two who sit around the battlefield. Easy prey. Turn the controls right now. I trust you don't want to see this to be a grave either. The Medius turns towards Jupiter, Tokyo. What the hell? That bot just started looking at Tokyo, Jupiter. Facing away from the enemy during an ongoing battle. Confident, aren't we? There's something odd about its bearing. Odd how? Goes beyond merely dropping one's guard, and so the robot itself is looking at Tokyo, Jupiter. A Medius is looking at it? Hugo, now's our chance! Hugo! Hey, what's wrong? This can't be happening. Medicine could have worn off already. My hands and feet are numb. How? This shouldn't happen yet. Hugo, what's going on? The medicine's losing effectiveness. It has to be some kind of sick joke. My limbs seize up now. Hey, Hugo! Get back to piloting now! This is what Zappa was talking about. What is it? We're getting a big energy spike from coming up Tokyo to Jupiter's barrier. It's the totems. All troops, get ready. Here it comes. What is that? Is that a golem? Doesn't looks like a person. More than that, it's... Huh? That robot screamed? I don't know why, but it kind of feels like... Yeah, like Akira's right... Like Akira's right, Dean. Razavon bucks off. Hey, it ran away! What was that thing? Ayato! Oh, wait, Ayato! The Aliel fucks off. Is that the unit AI-1 wanted to see? Yes. What is it? I don't know. Excuse me? It's true AI-1 detected a quantum reactor with its sensors, so he told me you want to come here. It's interested in knowledge beyond combat data? That's bullshit, and I thought it was just a regular AI to help me manage the machine. Regardless of what we came here for, I recommend we withdraw. Understood. Zoop. The Medius! It ran off? Hugo! The numbness is going away. Guess the Medius haven't been completely ineffective. You alright? Yeah, we're going after the Medius. Right, we still might have some time. I got permission from Captain Bryden. Captain Haruka! Captain! Did she go after him? Hey, isn't that one of Terra's units? Yeah, just like the last one. Then Operation Overlord was. We're getting another energy spike from Tokyo Jupiter's dome. Several, actually. Damn it, the moose followed us! Target ID, according to Terra's data, these are D2 Dolems. Dotems. Dotemu. Ha, Temu. The Moo's miniature weapons. All troops, open fire. Cover that friendly. What about us, Captain? Intercepting these Dotems takes priority. Leave the pursuit of Medius to the other platoons. Understood. Damn it, if only I could have moved my hands back then. Fight it out. Focus in. Go to hell, you damn puppets! This is for my whole team! I would like to try to get the two of them within Dotem range. Nope. Team not participating in this mission. Those 4. Maybe 5. We'll see how this plays out. I feel like the PSP version has more content and it might be easier to do. Or maybe... well, I'll take either, whichever one's easier to actually fan translate. Oh, I did not need to turn that on. I wanted to see the missile. Counter! On the next turn, I will pull... oh, this Scrooge fall. I think it's actually become time for a new control. I nearly had a Scrooge just pop out into my hand. I had this for like... now... I've had to unscrew it several times. Missile, Hasha! You go attack Sindolum. Need to wrap this up and hurry or else. You alright, Hugo? Of course I am. Just worry about the enemy. Taishobu, Hugo! Ow. Everyone who has it is already shit. Yeah, both are kind of true. What are these things? Are they machines for actual living beings?
甘いんだよ。
It was my controller after the stage. The last main game I did was in full on. Yeah, I think that is barely accurate. You're not part of the team right now, so I need you to not steal. Ooh, took one hit. I have to repeat the tragedy 15 years ago. If we don't stop them here! Come on, you dull-looking fuckers! Try your hand since you want to care to step outside Tokyo.
さて一丁ぶちかましますか。了解。そこだ。
What is this? Like, it feels like conscious coming from these units.
僕は逃げも隠れもしない。
相棒。
スクリュークラッシャーパンチ。
Ba, 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 ba. Alright, Taurus confirms that all the Dotems are dead and Elvy's in one piece. She thanks Riot for the support and breaks the news that, other than her and Haruka, the rest of the team have been defeated. She leaves for Terra's carrier. Bright and Jude aren't too happy with the outcome. Inwardly, Bright wonders if the true objective of Operation Overlord was the giant mech that had run off. Meanwhile, at Metropolis, Klaxons are blaring as Higashiyama tells Mari that a massive amount of Mutron energy is poured in from Raiteen's crag. But how, when Akira isn't even in the thing? Professor Hibiki figures that this is much like when Raiden had first appeared, and Mari wonders if it means a Devil Empire has resurged. Akira doesn't think that that's possible, as he had defeated Barao himself, at the cost of his mother and Jiguji's lives, no less. Oh. It's just then that energy goes away, and Hibiki suspects that Raiden is, once again, trying to warn us of something. Akira agrees that that's positively a warning, but he doesn't know what about yet. To be on the safe side, Hibiki has Akira get ready to launch, as well as Mari. As they leave, Hibiki points out to Higashiyama that this may have something to do with what the Terra Professor Kisaragi was talking about, and given how Operation Overlord is going on right at this very minute, he hardly feels like a coincidence. Can it be that Kisaragi commissioned development of the RMU system in anticipation of this? Look, I couldn't say that word. Considering how insistently the Bob M Foundation have been requesting to be allowed to study Raiden, it's rather clear to Hibiki that their machine must have some connection with the whole part of Terra is after. Meanwhile, back at the Tokyo Ranch, Maya and Miwa are getting confirmation that they managed to successfully send Dotum across the barrier and into the outside world. Only natural kooky figures, considering that people from the outside were able to come in. In fact, if they used Terra's own systems, kooky figures had to be possible to conquer the outside world via other Dolums. Maya wonders if conquest is the right word for it, but all Kooky tells her is that there can be no hesitation at this point. Miwa thinks that he doesn't grasp Maya's plans at all. Regardless, Maya points out that if Kooky is actually interested in Miwa's report, he should realize just how much energy is required to open the passage out of Tokyo Jupiter. Furthermore, it will take a significant number of troops to face the forces on the outside of the world on equal group. Sending that much out will have significant ramifications on the operations within. Kooky begrudgingly agrees, and Maya decides to concentrate on recovering Ayato, whose escape she takes as her own misstep. She had figured that at age 17 he was mature enough to board Zephon, saying nothing of the fact that she didn't expect the unit itself to allow him to traverse to the outside. Still, this might actually be a fine opportunity for Ayato to develop further. If presented with proper trials, it may speed his awakening as the instrumentalist. And what about Terra? Well, Maya expects him to be after the same thing, so with that in mind, why not help out a little bit? Miura raises the point that this could put people in synchronized with the Dodom's attack at risk, but Maya cares nothing about losing 2 or 3 millions. In fact, she's ready to accept losing 1,000 of them if need be. Miura takes that as a sign of Maya's resolve. Kooky reminds Maya of the Mu artifact that lies on the other side of the barrier. Does she not care about the dangers of it and Zephon coming into contact? She doesn't see a problem at the moment, as the conductor has yet to awaken. Maya tells him not to forget that Ayato's awakening is the end goal and hope of all of their plans. Back over here on Terra's carrier, Soichi is confirming that the Razafon, codenamed 5A, is safely aboard. It seems that Haruka managed to guide it over, and Ishiki, this guy with the white hair, is rather impressed. It must be fate, he figures, as it won't explain what that means when Soichi asks. Soichi is a bit wary of Ishiki, an official for the Federation sent over to keep tabs on Terra's activities. He is all but certain that the guy is actually an agent for the Bobbin Foundation. Either way, the guy wants to know if there have been any new discoveries on the 5A. Nothing, as of right now, says Soichi, which is why they're moving it to Nirai Kanai to have Professor Kisaragi take a look. Nirai Kanai? Why? Well, there's actually one thing they do know. The thing's pilot called it Razafon. Ishiki sneers at the machine's pilot, going and giving it a name, just like a toy he had bought. Regardless, the pilot just finished being examined, and Konugi wants to have a talk with him. Meanwhile, Ayato's let's get to the next scene. Excellent. Meanwhile, Ayato's a bit miffed that he needs to overgo the blood test as soon as he arrives, but Haruka says it is a simple formality. He has that his blood is red, and she's forced to agree. Ayato wants to know where the ship is going, and she tells him Nirai Kanai. He's heard the name before, an Okinawan word meaning the island where gods dwell. Haruka praises his insight, but says the place has no gods and isn't near Okinawa. Rather, it's a floating city extending from the islands in the Kyushu Sea, where they conduct their research on Tokyo Jupiter. Terra's headquarters is there, and when Ayato asks, Konugi walks in and gives him the rundown. Their mission is to investigate and fight the Mu. After he introduces himself, Konugi tells the kid that an official decision regarding him has not come down yet. Thus, his freedom of movement aboard the ship is to be restricted until they arrive at Nirai Kanai. Before I forget, he tells Ayato to fix the time on his watch at the correct time. Konugi does explain what he means, only turning to Haruka and telling him to take him to the assigned room and head to the bridge. He seems rather unhappy hearing about this. Kanugi leaves, leaving Ayato a bit miffed with the attitude. Haruka says the guy might be surly, but he is a good man. Either way, he wants to know what he meant by correct time, and he remembers her saying that she'd tell him about everything and this world. Well, what is it then? He always thought the world outside Tokyo had been destroyed by invaders. Haruka asks him if he knows about the population of the world. He's like, 23 million? Nope. Actually, 10 billion if you count the colonies. Next, Haruka knows that he's 17 years old, but does he know what year it is? Space calendar 76? Well, she tells him to take a deep breath and calm down. It's actually the year 89. She shows him her watch, whose face is split into two to show the real world time and Tokyo time. Apparently the flow of time within Tokyo Jupiter is 1/6 of real time. Ayato calls bullshit when Haruka says that detailed explanation is far too complex for her to manage. It is the truth. The battle Ayato thought results in the outside world destruction has been dubbed the Mu War. Haruka tells him what happened 15 years ago, with their appearance over Tokyo and people attacking out of fear when they just sat there, so on and so forth. Barely 2.5 years have passed within Tokyo, while it's been 15 outside for everyone else. And those years have been full of chaos. The Second Impact, the 1-Year War, the Lizard War, and more have occurred. It's been theorized that the moon knew what was coming, and thus hid themselves inside Tokyo Jupiter's barrier. Ayato asks then why Haruka went back and took him out of there now if they spent 15 years not doing anything about Tokyo. Well, she doesn't know why actually, only that they've ordered her to do so. He asks if his mother and his friends are still alive inside Tokyo Jupiter. Haruka can confirm this, though that's all she can say. It's time to take him to his room. Along the way, they run into LV, and Haruka immediately tells Ayato that she needs to stay behind for some girl talk. His room is just down the corridor, and she shoos him away. Haruka had heard that LV was the only survivor of the infiltration party and is quite impressed, but the woman herself isn't here for that. She wants a quick and straight answer for a single question, and no, it's not about when Haruka's going to pay her back for the drink that she covered the other day. She asks her flat out, did you know what Operation Overlord was about? Did her friends have to die for some stupid kid? Haruka wants to know where she heard that, but LV demands an answer to her question. Did she know everything? I guess our plans for Chinese food next week are going to get cancelled. Haruka quips and earns a prompt right hole! Strong left hole! No, it's weapons left and strong right. Strong right hole! There we go. That's the sound. Ayato is checking out his new room and finds a barbershop-like pole spinning by a door. Very odd to find something like this aboard an aircraft. But suddenly appearing Quan says that this room was originally the infirmary. The stripes on the pole are meant to represent the blue and red blood vessels. Ayato nods along as Quan starts questioning why we've got blood vessels of both colors if humans only have red blood. Ayato ponders this, remembering his own mother's blood being blue. He's interrupted when Quan calls him Olin and drags him away. Later, Haruka's made her way to the bridge and wants Kunugi to explain why Ayato's room is the confinement chamber for the Mulians, rigged to blow up the occupants if not opened correctly. Goichi tells her that the results of blood tests came back. Ayato's nucleotides and peptides are all displayed Mu phase reactions. But he doesn't know anything! Let him go! Please, I know he'll work with us and his blood's still the same color as ours, right? Haruka counters, and Kunugi's answer is simple. It is now, but someday he will. As for our team, we're busy looking over some footage from the battle, specifically the robot that came out of Tokyo Jupiter. The light remembers the super robot crew talking about it resembling something. It honestly kind of looked like Cyrene from the Devilman OVA? Huh, okay. Oh, okay, so Koji's bit is, honestly, it kind of looked like and he gets cut off because of copyright things. Koji starts to say, and Hayato warns him that he might beckon aerial attacks if he finishes that sentence. But it's a Go Nagai property, so I guess that's the joke. They're allowed to reference their own shit. When Puru asks, Koji just says it's an old story of theirs. For real though, Ryomo says it looked similar to Raideen, a machine who would help defeat the Devil Empire, relic of the ancient Mu Empire, and powered by Mutron energy. When Puru asks, Mishuru says that Mu was a civilization that prospered about 10,000 years ago, and eventually sunk into the ocean following a huge natural disaster. Beach has had a hard time imagining such an old civilization building a mech, but Koji is ready to counter with the fact that Dr. Hell's mecha beasts were ancient relics that he had excavated. L's starting to feel that tech from way back then is a whole lot more impressive than what we have now, and Rue kind of agrees. Ryoma even adds that Raideen's Akira might be joining them, but Higashiyama said that it'll take a bit longer than is expected. He sure wonders if something is happening over at Metropolis. The important part, however, is that the Japanese super robot crew had all fought alongside Raideen before, and back then, they all felt some kind of weird aura from it. But they don't know anything about aura because we don't have any battlers here. The same one that they felt today from Tokyo Jupiter. But they all felt something from Raideen. They had a weird particular aura about it. The same one that they felt today in the Tokyo Jupiter robot. Does that mean it's also a relic from some super ancient civilization? Yes. It's no time to wonder that as Kane hustles in, yelling in shock. There you go. Tab wonders he finally got the message from Miss Sweet Linda. And while he hasn't, Kane immediately sulks and he's probably forgotten. She's probably forgotten about him already. Damn. Puru asks Light to tell this guy's unrequited love, only for Kane to cut in. Shut your mouth! It's totally going to bring credit any day now! So, what was he actually in here yelling about? Well, it looks like the Tokyo Jupiter robot has been taken about Terra's carrier. It seems like they're getting the thing out of the very actual goal of Operation Overlord, as Ryoma realizes. It's a bit miffed that we, the Federation troops, were all mobilized for something like that. But on the flip side, Hayato figures that that thing must hold some major secret for Terra to pull this huge kind of a feint in order to nab it. Hugo, are you feeling better? Yeah, everything's fine now. Hey, but what happened there? Your hands just seized up. Just something like a spasm, that's all. It happens every once in a while. Spasm? That's all? Every once in a while? Are you fucking joking? The medics got away because you didn't it? And this is the first time I've ever heard of anything, so why didn't you tell me before? Because there wasn't a need to. Oh no, you don't get to give me that answer. You go on and on about how I need to let you handle all the fighting. Actually, you're just a ticking time bomb. This is bullshit. I don't know whether I should be impressed or shocked that you managed to go on piloting with your body like that. Let's scroll down to the portable version. My body's not like this because I wanted to, alright? Aqua, I don't understand everything's going on, but don't you think you're yelling them too much right now? I was thinking the same. Ugh, right. Sorry, Hugo. Yeah, forget it. It was my fault Mindy's got away. I should be the one apologizing. Ugh. Something the matter? No, nothing. I was thinking he was way too crusty for someone younger, but maybe he's actually not like that. At least let the doctor give you a full checkup? Thanks, but I'm fine. Better be safe than sorry, don't you think? Next time that happens, it might cost you more than today. I know that. Why don't you take the exam? You're not scared of needles or something, right? Way more scared of nagging old women. What? I take that back. He is crusty as hell. Then Hugo, at least take some medicine with you. Thanks, I've got my own. Sorry for making you worry. Hey, where are you going, Hugo? Hold on. Think he's really alright? You won't let a doctor take a look, so there's no way to tell. But that symptom of his could be a side effect of steroids or some painkiller. But he shouldn't be taking that unless he gets a dosage that's really high. Is he taking that much of it? Misumaru has just called in with new orders, guarding Japan. Seems like the Far East Command is worried about the Vegan attacks and the Doton's appearance. What about delivering those D-weapons? Well, it seems like Chongqing still isn't ready to receive things, so General HQ has decided to leave them with Bright for the time being. Alright. Let's see. Next time. Double Infinity.
It cultivates the mind, the spirit, and the soul, and we must always cultivate